Hey guys, welcome to another video. So this is a new channel. This will probably be the first video uploaded. So even though it's not the first video I've recorded for the channel, but that'll be up next. And you'll kind of see what this channel is about. But I've had to make multiple channels, which just to feel better, to compartmentalize stuff, because gaming channel, music channel, mental health. But I want to keep this one as, even though I'm showing my face, it's a risk, but I'd like to keep it anonymous as possible, obviously, just because we're going to talk about some deep stuff here, to be very honest. I know it's not, I know some people will probably find my other channels eventually. It's okay, but if you do, please be respectful. That's all I ask. Now, I'm going for a short hike, talking about some mental health. I was fighting with my brain to record this video. I was thinking, well, I could just hike and not have to be terminally online, but this isn't terminally online because I could help somebody, because I've been in the trenches before. I'd still say I'm in the trenches a little bit here and there. When you're in the trenches, it's just part of life. When you're on your path, sometimes you will find yourself in the trenches when you didn't mean to be. And what do I mean by the trenches? I mean hardship with your own mind, between you and yourself in life. Because that's what life is. It's between you and yourself, at least in my opinion. Well, at least that's where I find myself now. So this hike actually has a purpose. I'm bringing this hammock down because I got them on a discount. I got two of these, $6 each. And yeah, so I have a real hammock in my house set up on my back deck, which is very nice and lovely. Might sit on it. And the reality of the situation at hand is there is a hammock down here that somebody set up for the trail. I don't have any tree ties, but I'm going to leave this in the hammock for the original hammock setters to perhaps find, and maybe they have some extra ones that they could set, or maybe they can keep it for themselves. I have an extra one at home, but if they set it up on the trail, that would be nice. That's kind of what I'm wanting. It's like a little gift to the trail offering. It's just a little trail in front of my house. Just walked from my house to the trail. So God is bringing lots of nice things in my life. And what do I mean by God? Well, I don't follow religion. Aside from like Taoism, I follow more philosophical things than religious things, which does bring a little bit of shame to me sometimes. But you know what we do with shame? It's like water on a duck's back. I just gotta say, be gone, thought. Now, I've been struggling today because I'm closing for the first time in months, and with my ADHD or with whatever, it just brings me lots of anxiety to have a whole day before work. There could be like a whole ass person in that over there, by the way, but you never know when you're being watched. So here we go. We're going to put the hammock in the hammock, ooh, as a peace offering or a gift for someone who may find it. So that's fun. So guys, on our next vlog, we will see if someone set up the hammock. We will see if someone didn't set up the hammock. I just feel this urge inside of me to create, which I guess we all have. Why diminish it though? And I keep hearing stuff, probably animals, but it could be people. But it doesn't matter. I feel this deep, innate, sorry to chew the gum, it helps me for focus, but to create this innate feeling to create. And it's always been videos. I recorded my first video when I was 6 years old. How did I do it? Because I have an awesome dad who gave me a VHS tape recorder. and I would make stop motion Lego videos. Now, no idea where those tapes are. I'd love to find them. And if I find them, I will share them with you on this channel, to the best of my ability. But I've been creating videos since then. It was the next step I took. It was in middle school. I created a channel with my best friend Austin at the time, and we had a duo channel called the Junk Boys. Oops, I'm supposed to remain this anonymous, so I'm gonna censor that, but we did, which means I had to edit this. That sucks. But yeah, we did make the channel. And how is it doing? Got 200 subs, got 100,000 views, never made any money. That was, that must have been 11 years ago-ish. I want to say 11, 12 years ago. So that wasn't bad. It was just some fluke videos that got like 60,000 views, and then I would just upload whatever, and it kind of worked out a lot better for me. So I'm kind of just uploading whatever, but categorizing them per channel. So now we're gonna talk about some mental health. I decided that 2 months ago, or ish, 3. Well, I decided a long time ago, really, that I was an addict. No, I'm not going to share the substance per se, but it's still the same. All addictions are pretty similar. Headspaces, they're headspaces. An attraction. So, whatever it is, it's an emotional thing for me. Sometimes I just want to put one of these acorns on the bottom of my stick because it'd be cool, but I'm gonna take it and maybe put it at the top of my stick. But honestly, accepting I was an addict was very hard. Very hard. It took many years of denial. Oh, I can live my life with this if I just do it a little different next time, type deal. So, and when you do things a little different, expecting, big result changes, or I'd tell myself I'd do it differently. Was I? No, I wasn't. But it felt like I was at the time. It doesn't really make sense. But I maybe just didn't know the core of the issue. Or was, like I said, in denial. So about 3 months ago, decided to take it serious. And so, it was very hard at first, but it got a lot easier. First week was the hardest. Lots of crying, and lots of existentialism, and lots of dang, those squirrels are having a time. Oh my goodness, they're playing. They're chasing each other around the tree. Oh, I love hiking trails. Look at that, they're so cute. They're playing. And anyways, to keep the topic going, I did that, and it's been about 3 months since I've really accepted that, I'm just an addict. And once you're an addict, you are an addict forever. And that's okay, because I can be who I am now. I don't have to tell everybody that, and I don't tell anybody that, to be honest with you, except for very close people. And that's, the reason mental health and anonymity, whatever it's called, staying anonymous, is important to me. But I realize making this channel is a big risk. So like I do say, if you find my identity through my other channels, please just be respectful. I'm not a super private person, never really have been. I don't know why, but I don't like to make people uncomfortable or think I'm a freak. But I'm not a freak, because addicts aren't freaks. We're just addicts, and it's okay. Now, moving forward, I've decided to put up boundaries for the first time. That's the difference. I never had boundaries. So I put up boundaries. And that was hard. Like I said, had to be vulnerable in these vlogs to help people. Cried a lot. Confused a lot. I abused other things at the time. But other things I would say are arguably healthier. So I walk a lot more. I hike a lot more. I started hiking. It was literally around that time. It was strange. I don't know if this was a coincidence or not, but I had a head injury. I would say a minor head injury. But head injuries are head injuries. So even a minor one can flip your world upside down. So about 2 or 3 months ago, had a head injury, a minor concussion, or a concussion, a bad concussion, I don't know. The doctors couldn't see it in the scan, so no one really knows how bad it was. I had a panic attack, and after the panic attack, it was completely unrelated to my addiction at all. But I had a panic attack about life and dying. And it made me realize how temporary life was then. Made me realize that I don't want to be suffering anymore, because one day it really will all come to an end. And that's okay. That's part of the acceptance of this journey. But when I was an addict and not caring about the self-destruction of my body and self in the physical plane, it made me greatly depressed. It made me greatly sad. And I wanted to respect myself more and not abuse my body so much. So that's what made me realize. So maybe it was, I guess now that I'm talking back on it, it was the head injury that really helped me, that really pushed the needle for me, because on making a change because of that freak panic attack. I haven't had a panic attack in 8 years almost. So it paralyzed me on the floor of my kitchen for 5 minutes, but 5 minutes in a panic attack is about a year. God, can you imagine? It's not really a year. It's probably felt like 30 minutes. Very scary. Very scary. That being said, I'm grateful that I've learned from it. And I'm grateful that I don't have to have a panic attack every day. Or every year for that matter. So, that's the thing. Once you realize the true nature of the evolution of this world, I feel like that's when you become humble. I don't know if I've become humble, but that's what a humble person would say, wouldn't they? But I don't know. All I know is that I'm trying to be more thankful for the things I do have, because they'll be gone one day. It's all on rental from the God Force. That's what I say. Everything's on rental from the God Force, even our bodies, our minds, our eyes, our feet. My toes, my heart beating. That being said, I'm not trying to get pessimistic. It's just a part of life. And when you realize that, you kind of want to take care of it a little bit better and appreciate it. Because when you appreciate it, you make it real. So, what can I do to help you? Well, I'm a happy addict. And it has nothing to do with me satisfying my addiction. It has everything to do with the opposite. It has everything to do with abstinence. And I used to hate that word. I used to cringe at abstinence. How cringe. How uncool. But really, it's the coolest thing, because you have to be an ultimate badass to practice abstinence. I'm sorry. But it's not what I thought it was either. Abstinence is literally what I've been talking about the past 15 minutes, is choosing to not do the things that cause self-harm or self-destruction to your body. And that's it. Just choosing to abstain, or let's not use the word to define it. Choosing to not interact with self-destructive tendencies is abstinence in my mind. Because if you can simplify it, you can make it easier. So, now, I'm going one more round on the trail, and then we're going to end the vlog. But I do really like vlogging. I feel like I could vlog all day, every day. But just because I want to help people. And I don't know. All I want to do now is help people. So that's all I've been motivated to do lately. It's hard for me to want to go to work sometimes. But if I can pitch it like I'm helping people, I'm helping my team, I'm helping the community, it makes it a lot easier for me lately. Because I've just learned that I've got to start caring about myself. Because sometimes when you're an addict, you don't care about yourself. You care about I was always telling myself, I'll worry about it later. But then I had a glimpse of that worry. And I said, I don't want to worry about this. Because it was a very, very, very dark feeling. I felt my stomach sink into itself. Or whatever they say. And I said, damn, if it gets bigger, it's going to end in suicide. And sorry to say that, demonetization right there, but when you're an addict, suicide's one of your good friends. Feelingly. It's never a good friend. But that's what, that's just is what it is. I will admit I do join anonymous phone calls quite often. And they can be pretty helpful. Very helpful. And I want to challenge myself, even though since I'm doing so well for the first time ever, I need to go back on one of those calls and help people, man. They need help. That's what I'm motivated to do. That's why God put me here right now, is to play music and to create and help motivate. If I can. If I can't, well, I'm sorry I tried. And I hope you can find motivation in the next place you look. Now, some words of motivation for everybody before I end it. No matter what you're struggling with, it doesn't have to be addiction. It doesn't have to be that serious. It can feel that serious to you, of course, but it doesn't have to be as serious as an addiction. It could be a death in the family. It could be money. It could be death in the family is actually probably more serious than an addiction, perhaps. It just depends on your circumstances. So whatever you're going through, whether it's anxiety about work like me today, or whatever, you can get through it. You're a badass. You're awesome. You got this shit. And think of how good you're gonna feel when it's done. Don't backtrack in your mind. Don't ask yourself if it'd be easier to do something else. There's always something easier to do, always, no matter what you're doing. So drop that shit. You're gonna get it done. You're gonna come home and take care of yourself. Because you are a badass. You're a professional. And you've got shit to do. Because you were put on this earth to live and create and to help. And that includes helping yourself. And living includes helping yourself and helping others. Respect every living thing, including yourself, starting with yourself. And if you are an addict, be patient with yourself. You are suffering and it will be okay.